year, the Natural Product Expo brings together buyers and sellers from across the country to showcase tomorrow's healthy trends. Registered dietitian Ashley Koff was there, and she joins us today to tell us about some of the new trends and what to expect on our shelves soon. Ashley, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So how was the expo this year?
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, it's always crazy to go down all these new aisles and imagine that this is what our grocery stores are going to look like very shortly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot of vendors. How many vendors
Absolutely.
come?
I think it's about 3,000 usually at East and something like 7,000 at West.
Wow.
So it really a lot of businesses, a lot of new companies.
Absolutely. And you found some really neat new trends, right?
Yes.
The first one you say is this whole sort of mini-me idea that
right.
portion control is important.
Exactly. I was actually really excited to see that companies sort of in line with the whole 100-calorie pack, but instead of just 100 calories and who knows where those calories are coming from, we're actually seeing companies that are making really good quality products doing mini versions. So everything from a Luna, Cliff Bar, tiny versions of cookies and gum here, and they're actually doing Greek yogurt and ice cream now in sizes that are perfect for kids as well as adults with portion control.
I saw this and I immediately thought of my 3-year-old because I already get this yogurt, but in the adult size, and he always tries to eat it, never quite finishes it.
Can't finish, exactly. So portion size is just for them.
Fantastic.
A huge area, you know, it's the Natural Products Expo, and sugar seems to be the evil word these days.
Absolutely.
So one of the things that we saw was everything from sugars from around the world, yacon from South America, stevia we've heard a bit about, palm sugar from the coconuts, but then we actually saw people not using sugar at all. So the return to, you know, something like the yoga chips here, which are just apple with a little bit of cinnamon. They've been dehydrated, no sugar.
Delicious.
Water with no sugar in it, but flavoring. This was interesting. A musician actually was diagnosed with diabetes, and he made a beverage that has no sugar, but actually has the stevia in there, and then organic ingredients.
So just to be clear, the stevia is a sugar substitute. In other words, there's no calories?
There's no calories.
Okay.
It's not a chemical. It's actually made from the leaf of a plant. Okay. So it's ground up from the leaf of the plant.
And that's separate from some of the other sugars that do have calories, but, are also natural.
Right.
Okay.
So here you have, you know, for example, candy that's made with fruit juice, or here they're using ground fruit juice, ground dried fruit in some of their, to sweeten that as well.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
And over here, I would say one of the key themes that I noticed was actually the point of entry is you've got to be doing something for the environment. So, you know, what are you doing to give back? How sustainable is your business? We have toothbrushes made from flax and dollar bills, recycled.
You're kidding.
No.
These are dollar bills?
Yeah, and we have kids, you know, a kid's toothbrush that has no dyes and nothing artificial.
Fantastic.
We even have the only company here, the only health food company to actually participate in 1% for the environment. Ascenta Nutrici is the product here. They actually give from their sales, as opposed to from their profits, 1% of their sales annually.
Very admirable.
Yeah.
And what is that product exactly?
This is it's called Nutrici. It's a fish oil with vitamin D in there.
So
yes.
You can add it to your food.
Exactly.
No,
you would just take it as a supplement. That's a dietary supplement. Exactly.
So you would call this trend products with a conscience.
Foods with a conscience. Yeah. And I actually brought you. They're actually taking the plastic bag into designer wear these days, and this is actually what we call a grow pack. It has your plastic bag that you can take with you. We've got your.
Great.
This is inside for your fruits or vegetables. And the whole thing keeps everything cold. So
it's for shopping.
It's for shopping.
Oh,
when you go to the farmer's market or when you go to the grocery store, and it's all made of recycled materials.
No more plastic bags.
No more plastic
paper bags.
Exactly.
Oh, that's perfect.
Exactly.
I love it.
Another key theme, you know, we're all scared of H1N1 and just the flu in general, getting sick. We saw a lot with homeopathy, which is usually the first line of intervention that I feel comfortable with if you think your kids kind of have the sniffles, that sort of thing. So we have homeopathic versions for the kids. Okay. We also have an olive leaf extract that used to be in capsule form, but now it's actually coming in the liquid form, which is extremely easily absorbed.
And are all of these supposed to be immune boosters?
Immune boosters,
okay.
Exactly. And we actually have a spray form of an immune booster here, as well as the vitamin D, which we know is so important for us in terms of our immune system.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So these are both for kids. Some of these are for kids. Some of these are for adults, right?
Right. Okay. In terms of our immune system. Over here, one of the key trends that I also saw was sprays. You know, we've gone from pills to capsules to powders to liquids, and now here's the generation of sprays.
Now, but is that just kind of gimmicky, or is there a reason for the spray?
Glad you asked, because what we're actually seeing is that sprays have an inherent absorption ability. They go into the system very quickly. With these, they're homeopathic. You spray them under the tongue. These have some vitamins in there. They're readily absorbed, so they can start to work a little bit more quickly than maybe a pill that you're swallowing.
Interesting. And what exactly are they? I mean, this one you said has a...
Here's one that may even stop us from overeating at our meals. oils. It's got some vitamins in there. Here we have a one that helps us to go to sleep at night. I've tried it, very effective, especially for flights.
And there's no drug.
There's no drug. When it's a homeopathy, there's no drug component, no interactions.
So what does it have that makes you help you go to sleep?
Homeopathy is basically helps you with, there are different, I hate to use the term potion, but there are different components in there that help us the body to naturally regulate itself. So it calms us down and goes to sleep.
And you found it effective.
Yes, absolutely. And then we sort of have a mosh here of all sorts of trends. We've got better quality frozen food, great burritos, something called Salba, which is a very potent omega-3 that we can both cook with. We've got it in chips here, but it's even showing up in baby food to give us the omega-3 fatty acids. Right.
And I have to say, I'm a little skeptical about the chocolate potato chip. Is that what it is?
So
or
chocolate chip takes on a new meaning. So what they've actually, because chocolate was everywhere at the expo, what they've actually done here is use dark chocolate in conjunction with corn and made a delicious chip. Think of like mole.
Yeah, I was going to say, I guess they use it in the mole.
Right,
that's great.
Exactly. We also saw grains that you're purchasing sprouted for a higher nutrient value.
All right.
Superfruits, huge in that realm. So the benefits of superfruits, I go, mixed ways. I still think a blueberry is very super, but this has yum berries in there, all sorts of different acai, all sorts of berries. Some of the things that I was a little turned off by, though, is, just because something says superfruit, is it healthier for us? So is a Jelly Belly just a Jelly Belly or a superfruit one?
Not always the one.
Not so much on that part.
And you've got some super probiotics here, right?
Exactly. And I would say that this is just sort of the new area of probiotic, and I saw good and bad there. There was a lot of probiotic at the show. This is kefir. So the issue with kefir is that it's a wonderful way for us to drink those probiotics, but in some instances, if we're adding a tremendous amount of sugar or other ingredients, it may be not our healthiest option.
Fantastic. Ashley Koff, thank you so much. All these great new products you'll be seeing on your store shelves soon. And for more healthful tips, be sure to check out the health page at abcnews.com.